Smishing. Ever heard of it? Yet another way cyber attackers can make your life miserable. Well, joining us with tips on how to avoid these scams and stay safe online is Amy Justis, president of CMIT Solutions of Charleston. Great to have you back.
Great to be back. Thanks.
What in the world is smishing?
Well, I think we've all sort of gotten familiar with the term phishing, and that is related to primarily email. The smishing is a new twist where the cyber criminals are going after, cell phones and our constant use of our devices and just trying to exploit those.
So smishing comes from the SMS messaging.
Exactly.
So we've all heard of that. If you have an iPhone, it's usually iMessage, but technically it's an SMS message.
Exactly.
So any kind of text you get, this is what it is, a phishing by text.
Yes.
Oh goodness. Okay, I know I've gotten some weirdest messages, whether it's, do you want to donate here, or your power's going to get cut off here, or all kinds of tactics.
And the ones that are scary are the ones that are close enough to something that you have that you might fall prey to it.
Okay. And what usually is the tactic to then take it to the next level where they actually succeed in the attack?
There will usually be a call to action. So it might be, click here to get your free COVID masks, so you do, and then before you know it, you're entering your personal information. It might be just redirecting you to another website that in and of itself is malicious.
Mm-hmm. And is this ransomware or malware? Or what is it exactly?
Ransomware is a kind of malware. And I think it can be any of the above. It can be trying to solicit personal information from you. It can be trying to inject malware onto your device, maybe a tracking application or something that might be collecting your private information. It could be creating a sense of urgency that you need to get them a gift card or something because your boss has asked for it. It can really be anything, and they just prey on our sense of urgency. We're all so busy. We're all on our devices.
It's true. And are we seeing a spike in these cases because people have become more smart about the email phishing that you were mentioning earlier?
I think they just continue to mix up tactics. And when you stop falling for something, then here comes another twist that you weren't expecting.
Is there anything we can do to stop it?
Yes, you can keep all of your applications and devices need to be kept current on security updates. When they prompt you for the downloads, go ahead and do the security updates. They're almost always patching something that's been identified as a problem. So I think doing that, and then some other things you can do are if you get something from your bank, don't ever click on a link. Even if it looks like it could be the bank that you use, go to the website and enter your information manually.
Absolutely. And what is the worst thing that can happen if you fall prey? Because it seems like it has taken people down a rabbit hole of problems, which is resulted in tens of millions of dollars in losses to these people, and those are just the reported cases. So this could be a multi-billion-dollar operation that we're looking at.
Possibly more, yes, I would say. And some of the worst things that we see happen are, where your accounts get hacked and then they're funneling funds and diverting your money elsewhere that you then have a very difficult time recovering.
Absolutely. And another thing, video conference links, just real quick, these are also another portal to scammers trying to get your information. If you're trading documentation, you were saying earlier,
right,
that this is a way for them to kind of get in there and to trick you.
Yes, and especially if you've posted a meeting that's a public meeting on, say, Facebook or other social media, and you've made it open without any restrictions as to who can join or monitoring, those have been particularly at risk. So it's a good idea to lock your meetings down, use distinct meeting IDs for each, especially if it's a business meeting where you're going to be sharing content that you really do not want.
And multi-factor authentication, using more than one password to get into something, and that could be using the face identification, it could be the thumbprint, there's other ways of doing it.
Look at you need to come work for CMIT.
Did you hear that, folks? Maybe I will. Thank you so much, Amy. It's always great to have you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're back after this.